Hello kids, how are you? I hope you all are good. Today we are going to start with a new chapter that is advanced of your Adobe Animate. So the chapter is layers in Adobe Animate CC. So what are layers? Layers enable us to organize our artwork in the document. So what are layers? Layers enable us to organize the artwork in the document. The objects which can be drawn or edited on one layer without affecting objects on another layer of the stage. So this way it gets easy for us to work within a project in different layers without affecting the other objects on different layers. So let's begin with layers, types of layers, benefits of using layers, creating a layer, creating a layer folder, working with layers, masking, onion skinning. Let's just start the chapter.
I'm creating a new costume for my avatar. Layers. Layers enable to organize the artwork in the document. Objects can be drawn and edited on one layer without affecting objects on another layer. In areas of the stage with nothing or a layer, you can see through it to the layers below. Types of layers. There are 5 types of layers which are used in Animate CC. Normal layers. Normal layers contain most of the artwork in a .fla file. Mask layers. Mask layers contain objects used as masks to hide selected portions of layers below them. Masked layers. Masked layers are layers beneath a mask layer that is associated with the mask layer. Only the portion of the masked layer revealed by the mask is visible. Guide layers. Guide layers contain strokes that can be used to guide the arrangement of objects on other layers. These layers are also used to guide the motion of classic tween animations on other layers. Motion tween layers. Motion tween layers contain objects animated with motion tweens. Benefits of using layers. Working with layers in animation lets composite animation scenes in a way that doesn't require fitting everything together perfectly in each frame. Layers give more freedom in editing and give a way to keep objects from merging on one layer when needed them to be separate in others. Layers can be rearranged, allowing to change the order in which objects are displayed, thus changing the composition of the scene. Individual layers can be turned on or off temporarily, which allows operators to focus on one particular part of a project at a time without the distraction of the other layers. With layers, different effects can be applied to individual elements of a single graphic. Apply transparency to an individual element of a file by placing it on a layer and applying the effect to only that one layer. Creating a layer. Click on the New Layer button at the bottom of the timeline. Select Insert Timeline Layer. Creating a layer folder. Select a layer or folder in the timeline. Select Insert Timeline Layer folder. Click the New Folder icon at the bottom of the timeline. The new folder appears above the layer or folder you have selected. Working with layers. Selecting a layer. To make a layer active, either select the layer in the timeline or select a stage object in the layer. The active layer is highlighted in the timeline and is indicated with a pencil icon. Renaming a layer. By default, Animate CC assigns names to new layers by the order in which they are created. Layer 1, Layer 2 and so on. Double-click the name of the layer or folder in the timeline and enter new name. Deleting a layer. Click the Delete Layer button in the timeline. Click on Delete button. Locking a layer. Click on the layer to make it active. In the timeline, click on the white dot under the lock column. A padlock icon appears, indicating the layer is now locked. Showing or hiding a layer or folder. A red X next to the name of a layer or folder in the timeline indicates that a layer or folder is hidden. In the Publish settings, you can choose whether hidden layers are included when you publish a SWF file. To hide a layer or folder, click in the I column to the right of the layer or folder name in the timeline. To show the layer or folder, click it again. To hide all the layers and folders in the timeline, click the I icon. To show all layers and folders, click it again. To show or hide multiple layers or folders, drag through the I icon column. To hide all layers and folders other than the current layer or folder, Alt plus click in the I icon column. To show all layers and folders, Alt plus click it again. Masking. For spotlight effects and transitions, use a mask layer to create a hole through which underlying layers are visible. A mask item can be a fill shape, a typed object, an instance of a graphic symbol, or a movie clip. Group multiple layers under a single mask layer to create sophisticated effects. Creating a mask layer. Open a new file in Animate CC. Change the background color to red by clicking the color box in front of the stage option in the Property Inspector. Double-click on the layer and type the name text. Select the text tool and type computer. Choose the selection tool from the Tools panel and select the text. Convert the text to a graphic symbol by selecting the Modify Convert to Symbol. Using the selection tool, drag the text of the stage to top left side on the work area. Right-click on Frame 1 and select the Create Motion Tween option from the context menu that appears. Drag the playhead to frame 40. Select the text and drag it to the bottom right corner of the stage. Insert a new layer and rename it as Mask. Select the Oval tool and pick the fill color. Draw an oval shape in the center of the stage. The width of the oval should be larger than the text symbol. Right-click on Frame 1 and select the Create Motion Tween option from the context menu that appears. Right-click on the mask layer and select the mask option from the context menu that appears. This will convert the layer to a mask layer and the tween layer gets indented underneath. Both layers are locked automatically. Press Ctrl plus Enter or select Ctrl Test. Movie in Flash Professional to preview the animation. The text animates through the stage. Rotation with masking effect. Open a new file by clicking the File New option. Import an image to the stage by selecting the file Import to Stage. Select the Free Transform tool and drag the image to fit in accordance with the stage. Right-click on the frame 60 and select the Insert Frame option from the display list. Rename the image layer as Nature. Lock the Nature layer. Add one more layer by clicking the New Layer button. Name the layer as Star Mask. Select the Star Mask layer and draw a shape on frame 1, selecting the Polystar tool. Select the fill color either from the Properties panel or from the Tools panel with no stroke color. Draw the star at the center of the image. Click on the Selection tool and select the star. Convert the star into the symbol by pressing F8 key. Define graphic behavior and type the name star in the name box. Click OK. Select the Free Transform tool and reduce the size of the star. Right-click on frame 60 and select the Insert Keyframe option from the context menu. Now, increase the size of the star in frame 60. Right-click in between the frame 1 and frame 60 and select the Create Classic Tween option. In the Property Inspector, select the CW option in the Rotate field under the Tweening section. Right-click on the star mask layer and select the Mask option. Press Ctrl plus Enter or select Ctrl Test Movie in Flash Professional to play the movie. Onion skinning. Onion skinning is a technique that allows animators to see adjacent frames at once. That's why the animator can make decisions or edits based on how the previous frames are drawn. This feature comes in handy when an animator is creating even a simple sketching of a storyboard and allows to create animations. There are two types of onion skinning. Onion skin. It shows the frame in full color. Onion skin outlines. This option displays only the outlines of the objects in the frames. When the onion skin option is selected, the frame on which you are working appears in full color while the surrounded selected frames appear dim.